following video is not meant for children, as I will be using dangerous model making methods, such as using superglue and pliers. Also, this is meant more for entertainment than as an instructional video. Please use caution if you choose to copy any of the methods seen here.
Hey everybody, we've got new Thomas Metal Collection trains! They're the same as the old trains, but with new wheels! Now. Yeah, if you're like me, then you were excited about the new die-cast Thomas range, but were disappointed when later editions were just recycling the 2019 tooling. I don't know if this is a permanent change, or if they're just getting rid of their leftover stock with different wheels, but either way, here's how to make them suck less in this mostly improvised video, if I'm being honest. You're gonna need the following things. To make this awesome model, you will need a 2025 Metal Collection diesel. It's basically just the 2019 one. A pair of modelling pliers. Be careful with these things, okay? Some sandpaper. If you're a cheapo like me, then you've got one piece of sandpaper that you use for most of your projects. Scissors. These are my scissors. I don't remember where I got them from. Card. I just have bits of these lying around. I don't even know where the full pieces of card are anymore. Super glue. Be ridiculously careful with this stuff. I am not joking. A discarded chassis from a Tomy Trackmaster truck and or coach. My go-to is this leftover chassis from what I think used to be a Tomy Annie, or possibly Clarabelle. Or does it really matter? I'm just gonna cut the buffers off this. Ice cream sticks and coffee stirrers. Never hurts to hold on to a couple of these when you have an ice cream. Toothpicks. In hindsight, I probably should have filmed these with the other wooden stuff. Paint and brushes. My brand of choice is Tamiya acrylics, but you can use any paint that works for you. First off, open diesel. That was easy. Next, cut away as much of the buffers as you can with the model pliers, and then sand over the lumps with the sandpaper. There is a decent chance that this step might be completely pointless. Then cut the card with the scissors into the desired shapes, and then glue them to the front and back of Diesel's buffer beams. I didn't bother filming myself gluing them on. Didn't think that was imperative to film me doing that. Now carefully cut the buffers off of the discarded Trackmaster chassis. Now be extra careful when you do this, otherwise you might end up losing a buffer and that would be annoying. And glue them back onto Diesel. Once again, I didn't think it was necessary to film me gluing the buffers on. Cut and sand the wooden pieces, as well as cutting some more card, to make some details for the side of Diesel. Okay, at this point, just assume that any gluing I do is off camera. Then once the glue's all dry, you can paint the dang thing. What I did was I painted the buffer beam red, and then painted the buffers black over it, as well as some black on other details. And this is optional, but you could also make the window silver, and give him some evil eyebrows. There you go. And now it is the following day. And that's how, with some clever tinkering, you can take the 2025 diesel, which is basically just the 2019 diesel but with different wheels, and modify it to look slightly less distracting when you put it with the other new engines in the line. I was lucky enough to find someone selling Annie and Clarabelle on their own on eBay. It's unfair that you can only get them by buying a gift set. That's how they get you. Now what I showed you was just one method of doing this. You could do this however you want. You could even drill out the rivets if you wanted to. The only reason I didn't was because I couldn't be bothered. Join me next time when I do Salty, probably. I'll be honest, I'm definitely going to do Salty. I'm just not 100% sure if I'm going to bother documenting it this time. I might.
Somebody get this freaking duck away from me!
And yes, I'm still working on Random Railway Tales.